Sandra from Think Essential, and I'm excited to be here with you today. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite things. It's so simple and it's a great money saver tip because I love that when I can save some money. And it is do-it-yourself roller bottles. Super easy. All you need is your oils, whichever ones you want to use. Some kind of carrier oil. This is just what I have on hand right now. Doesn't really matter, fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, whatever you use as your carrier oil. A pump bottle is really nice. It's really easy to work with though. And then your roller bottles. You can get these straight from doTERRA. They have 6 of them. It's the amber, so it's the brown colored ones. There's 6 for, I believe, I wrote it down. A pack of 6, 10 milliliters, which is this one, for $4.75, so $4.75 currently. That's a current price. It's a really great deal. That's the cheapest I think I've ever seen it. So when I need to order some more, that's where I will be ordering them. You can also get spray bottles and other things too for really good deals there. So anyway, to do your roller bottles, you can take whatever oil, again, that you want to use. On Guard is one that I use a lot. And then you, just like you would normally put it in a diffuser or pour it on or whatever, you would just pour the number of drops into the roller bottle and then take your carrier oil and fill it the rest of the way. Then you would take the cap, just pop it on there, and then twist the lid, and that's it, and you are done. There's also a neat little tool. It's called an orifice, I think is how you say it, remover. There's all sorts of different ones. You can actually buy this directly from doTERRA as well. Looks different than this one. It's a little bit nicer than this one, and I think it's $4 for that. But this is a nice little tool because it can help you get this little section off and on. Sometimes, you know, if I'm going, or especially if I'm doing a bunch of these, I like to make these for Christmas presents. Sometimes I just get going and I just forget what's going on, and I'll put, you know, my essential oil in there, but I'll forget to put the carrier oil, and then gotta redo it. So this is a handy little tool. Once you figure it out, you can just take it, slide it underneath there, and it will pop it off. Again, especially if you're doing a bunch of them, it will save your fingers and your fingernails. You can also use it to slide them on. If I can find the right one, I guess it's this one. Just take it, instead of using it with your fingers, you can use it to push it down. So that is a handy little tool to use. I get asked a lot, how many drops do you want to put in there? Got my dilution chart in front of me, and you can find these online. But so for a 10 milliliter roller bottle, which is this, to get a 1% dilution, that's 3 drops. To get a 3% dilution, that's 9 drops. You can keep doing the math. 5% dilution would be 15 drops, so on and so forth. So it really depends on how much of a how much do you want to dilute it. For myself, typically I use anywhere from 10 to 30 drops. That's my own personal preference of whatever I'm doing. I like to use the Tri-Ease blend, so lemon, lavender, and peppermint equal drops. So depending on, again, how much of a dilution you do. So for me, I would probably do 10 drops peppermint, 10 drops lavender, and 10 drops lemon in there to make it so 30 drops for the whole essential oil. Again, personal preference. If I'm doing it for kids, I typically would do more like 6 drops, maybe 10 at the most, depending on the age. Maybe even less, depending if it's a little baby or what. But you can dilute it kind of however you want to. Here's a tip on the labels. So I've tried lots of different things. I ended up getting, and this is a nicer one than I started with, but a P-Touch label maker. And again, there's different versions. You can use other ones, but this is the one I currently have, and it's really nice because you can put on the side what it is. Because when you have a bunch of bottles that are blank and look like this, sometimes if you've got a really good sense of smell, you can smell it and figure out what it is, and sometimes you're like, I don't know, I just can't remember. So I always like to label mine. Again, the Brother P-Touch label maker that I currently have, you can do fancy little ones. You can add little pictures, and you can design this on the computer and then transfer it on there. And I think this is with my old Brother P-Touch. It can just be more simple. It was just click a button and with a little pin and then write what it is on there. But I like to, another thing I've learned is not only to put the label with what's in it, but also to put how many drops are in there. So for this one, there are 20 drops of copaiba in there. Just kind of helps me keep track of, am I using it for myself? Am I using it with someone with younger or older or more sensitive skin? It's good to know. Whereas this one is 6 drops of Peace, and that's at the top. I don't know if you can even see that, but just a tip that I've learned that's helpful to put how many drops are in there, especially if you're dealing with sensitive skin or young kids. What else? I got my tips. If you don't have a label maker, you can also get these little stickers. I've used a bunch of them, but I think it's 50 cents maybe for a whole sheet. It comes with a lot. But you can just take whatever it is. If it's just the copaiba, you could take that sticker. If it's the Tri-Ease Trio, you could do the lemon, lavender, and peppermint and take one of each and then put it on the side of the bottle. Can't put how many drops are in there, but at least you know what's in there instead of looking at the blank bottle wondering what it is. You can also buy these pre-done straight from doTERRA if you just want pre-diluted basic oils or the blends. A lot of the blends are pre-done. This just is a little money saver tip, and you can have a little more ownership of how many drops are in there and mixing your own and trying, figure out what works for you and try a few different blends. So if you found that helpful, I hope so. I hope you'll go try your own roller balls and maybe even experiment with your own different blends. If you did find this helpful, if you want to find out more information about what we do, you can like and subscribe or check out our webpage at thinkessential.me. So thank you.